Hello, hi everybody. It's Colleen with Couture, coming in with another fun project tonight. I have done this transfer already, but I want to do it again. Why not? Let's make something else pretty with it, right? Let's go ahead and get this baby shared. And then we will get ready to go. Where are you? There we go. Okay. So we are going to be, hello Johnny. We are going to be working with, I just want to chalk pretty things. And then I'm actually going to take some of the amazing cute little flowers from our You Are Enough transfer. This is what I absolutely love doing, mixing and matching transfers. It's so much fun. So I have, this actually I think was a Hobby Lobby sandwich board. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but it stands up and then the board actually flips, so it's two-sided. So I cleared off the one side so that I could put I want to chalk pretty things. I'm going to keep that part very basic and then add some pop of color into the flowers. So let's dive right in. So we have our transfer, and as always, the instructions, everything that I talk about in my live is right here on the back when you purchase transfer, so no worries. All the instructions are right there for you. We always label the back of our transfer so that we can, when we are finished and we've cleaned it, we know what side to return it to. So these are our basic steps. So we peel, pull straight, do not pull diagonally to avoid stretching. I'm just reading off the instructions. Ensure that the adhesive side does not touch. You don't want it to accidentally fold on itself. If it does, get it right into cold water. Let it sit for a few and then pry it apart very slowly. You don't want to damage the silkscreen area. We're going to fuzz. So now is fuzzing time. Fuzzing our transfers is done so that it doesn't stick quite as hard to the surface. Whatever surface you may be using, be it a chalkboard, canvas, burlap, glass, mirrors, wood, what have you. You can use our transfers on all of the above. But you do want to make sure that you are fuzzing it, and it's basically just picking up the lint from my towel. And I usually do this 3 times. You can do a little more if you're using it on glass or mirrors, for example, something that your transfer may stick a little bit harder to. So once we have it fuzzed, and I can get the fuzz off my chalkboard, we can go ahead and put it down onto our surface. So I'm going to put this over to the side here so that I have plenty of room for my flowers. And then we just press it down. And this is kind of right at the edge here, so I'll flip this over so you can see. Put our transfer down, making sure that we're not feeling any bubbles. If you'd like, you can take a squeegee and just run that down, and you will hear it. It sounds like a little pop. I didn't hear any pop, so I think we're good. Hello, Donna Lovebug. How are you in New York? Are you getting hit with something tonight? I hope not. I think you guys have gotten enough. Okay, so now that we have our transfer in place, I'm just reading along the instructions. So we fuzzed, we peeled, we fuzzed, we applied, and we're going to apply our chalk paste. But before we apply our chalk paste, we're going to make sure that it has that nice yogurt-like consistency. The white tends to have more of a fluffernutter because it has no pigments in it. So that's the only one that usually is slightly off. Any of the lighter colors, like even our cherry blossom. Nope, that's not right. Yes, it is. Cherry blossom. I don't know why I second guessed myself there for a second. When they're a little bit lighter color, they will be a little bit more on the fluffy side than the yogurt side. But this is perfect. Either way works. Freezing rain. I thought I saw that on the news tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that that if it is nasty in the morning that you will have that delay. That would be awesome. But even better, I hope that you're off again. That would be even awesomer, if that's a word. I'm going to do this whole thing in white. So I'm just going to grab a pretty good amount onto my squeegee here. And I'm going to leave the little doobers here on the side, the little, I don't even know what you call those, the cute little designs on the side to make chalk stand out. I'm actually going to do that in our silver ink. Yes, you can use ink on chalkboards and it will remove with water. I'm not heat setting it, so it is removable. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my chalk paste and then just pull straight down. Look how easy that was. Same thing, just to cover all of the words. And when you apply even a little bit more pressure, you're going to be able to just get some off here. Pull it straight down like so. Easy peasy. Your 5-year-old can do it, I promise you. And your grandmother can do it. Everybody can do it. Would love to have a snow day. My fingers are crossed for you, Donna. I hope you get that snow day. We are just getting rain here today in New Jersey right now. No snow or freezing rain, thank goodness. Okay, so once we have all the silkscreen covered, and I'm going to just double check to make sure that I got all the tips of all my letters because I'm famous for missing them. And then I'm going to grab and get all my excess back into my jar for my white. And then I'm going to grab my silver real quick. I want to work quickly because I do not want that white chalk paste to dry on there. So I'm going to grab my silver very quickly and just grab a squeegee and just do up these little doobers here on the side in silver. That is it. Now, if I wanted to, I could remove the transfer. I could do this in white. Remove the transfer, and then as the chalk paste is still wet, I could pour glitter on it if I wanted to. But since I have my shimmer silver ink, I'm just going to use that instead. So let's do that. And I noticed, wait, where did it go? I saw a little tip of a letter that I missed. Where did it go? All right, I can't find it now. I thought I missed a tip. All right, I'm just going to peel and reveal. So now that we've got everything covered, we want to pull back with even pressure straight across the transfer. Ta-da! Look how pretty. Cleaning out my home. Oh, you're cleaning today? Wait, what do you mean cleaning out your home? So are you cleaning? Are you moving? Or are you just doing housework when it's miserable weather? Okay, sorry, just took a quick sip. So now, all that I'm going to do is just speed up the drying time by using you can use a hair dryer, you can use a heat tool, whichever you prefer, whichever you have handy. Just trying to get rid of some of the chalk boogies. Dry that up nicely. Look how the white pops on this board. It's so pretty. Okay. We are good to go. That is dry. I can run my hands all over that. Oh, my ink wasn't dry. Ah, I should have left that sit for a little bit. Womp womp. All right, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove it. I forgot the ink takes a little longer to dry. Darn it. I'm just going to remove it for now. Let's just get the ink out of here for a sec, and I'll come back in and fix that. Okay. All right, now I've got glitter all over, so we can get that off. All right, let's erase both sides. Oh, housework. Okay, well, I hate housework. Eesh. Not fun, but I guess it's got to get done, right, Donna? Somebody's got to do it. Okay. Now, I could grab a Q-tip, too, if I wanted to, and just wet a Q-tip and clean that up. But I just happen to have a paper towel handy, so I'm just going to use that instead. All right, we'll come back in and add those little doobers next to chalk, since I boo-booed and forgot that that takes just a smidge longer to dry with the hairdryer. In the meanwhile, let's get some of these amazing flowers on here from the You Are Enough transfer. I've got white chalk paste on my fingers. Let's try and get that off. Okay. Again, the back is labeled. This is a smaller transfer, so I don't mind peeling this way. Normally I do lay it down if it's a bigger transfer, but it's small, so I can peel it like that. Grab my little fuzzy towel. And we'll fuzz this real quick. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da, there we go. Okay, I think I want to do one across the top and one across the bottom. So we'll start here. I actually saw another designer do this, so I want to try to borrow what he did, and we'll see if I can get this to work. So what I think I'm going to do first is, hello Sherry, I think I'm going to do the leaves real quick and pop it off, and then dry that, and then come back and do the flowers, because I want to do kind of like an ombre effect with the flowers. So let's do our green first. Let me close my ink real quick. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep that out because I have to redo my little doobers on the side of chalk. So let's grab our, I think I'm going to use our, let me grab another paper towel. This is our green envy. And so that, hello Meg. So that will be what we're going to use for the leaves. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Remember how I mentioned that the lighter chalk paste tend to have more of a marshmallow fluff, whereas the darker pigmented, see how nice, I almost said nice and juicy. I don't know why I was going to say juicy, but see how nice and yogurt-like that looks? That is perfect. That's exactly the consistency that we want. I'm trying to do better with keeping the chalk paste from being on the sides of my jars, because then it dries, and then when you open your lid you get chalk boogies, so I'm trying to do better with that. So let's go in and do our leaves first. So we'll just cover those guys up. Now, I could use my multi-tool because it's got the handy dandy little piece to it to get for these little tight spaces. But I'm going to wing it with my regular squeegee. And we'll see what we can do here. Try to get this guy. This is would be the perfect time to use that little squeegee. The little multi-tool, I mean. Okay. So I think we've got our green. Just going to get all that excess back off, because we always want to put any excess back into our jar so we have plenty of chalk paste. Put that up here for a sec. Let's peel that off. I'm going to set that right there for a second. Oh, no, I'm not going to set that there because I'm going to dry this. I don't want to have my transfer near my heating tool. I don't want to run the risk of stretching my transfer with the heat. Okay. All right. We are dry. So I'm going to let that cool off for a sec. And we're going to replace. I'm going to try to match this up as best I can here, because my lighting is blinding me at the moment. Oh, are you guys still there? I think I might have just got a phone call. Yeah, let's see. I'm way off. Way, way, way off. I had this way more angled. I'm going to try to line up the bottom one. Okay, my bottom one's looking pretty good, so that should make my top one match pretty good. There we go. And I'm not too worried if it's a little off, because I'm doing the flowers. I don't need to go back over the leaves. So we're going to do, I want to try doing a little splash of cherry blossom in the center with a little bit of wild berry. So I'm going to make this kind of two-toned. So I'm going to take a little bit, just a little drop. I'm just using my little stirry stick here. I'm going to just put a little bit in the center here. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some of the wild berry on the outside. Of that one. Okay. So then I'm going to wet my finger just a little bit, and then I'm just going to blend this. That probably wasn't quite the way I saw it done, but we'll see. Just cover that all up. Should have hopefully a little bit of a lighter pigment on the inside. And then I'm going to go in and just add, just cover up some of these little ones. and mix and match with the wild berry and the pink. Okay, so that one's covered, and then I'll do the two other ones. Oh, I think I'm going to do this one right here in the wild berry too. And now we can jump over. Oh, I need a smaller squeegee. Jump back to my cherry blossom and do these bigger ones here. I'm trying to be careful not to hit the wild berry that I just put down. But if it happens, it's okay. Just check your squeegee before you dip back into your cherry blossom because you don't want to cross-contaminate your chalk paste. Okay, I think we got them all covered. I don't think I have any wild berry on there, but just in case, I'm going to leave it off. So let's see. Oh, look how pretty. Can you see the different colors inside? Oh, I love that. That came out really cute. I'm going to put this in my pan of water and clean this real quick so that I can put it down on the bottom. So let's get this chalk paste off of here real quick. And I'm using my board eraser to help get the chalk paste off of my pretty flowers. And it's okay, I know that the green may stain because that was probably starting to dry on my transfer before I got it into the water. And that's okay. So let's grab that, and I'm going to put it on my towel, which I have right here. And then I'm just going to grab a paper towel and dry this off. I love the colors in there. Look how pretty that is. Now, I didn't do it exactly right. I forgot that I think I was supposed to go a little heavier with the chalk paste and kind of not swirl so much in the middle. Okay, so I'm just getting the water off of here so I can go ahead and use this again on the bottom. And remember what I said, that how it stained a little bit, but that's okay. My silkscreen area is clear. So we're going to repeat this on the bottom. I just want to make sure that my transfer's not wet. And sometimes to speed up the process of drying the silkscreen, I kind of rub it in my hands. Probably not the smartest thing, but just because I'm live, I'm kind of trying to speed that up. I don't want to put this down while it's still wet because then it's going to make a blob of my chalk paste when it goes through. So let's put this here. And I think I might work the opposite this time. I think I'm going to do the flower first and then come back and do the green. So we'll repeat the process and try it a little bit differently this time. I think I'm going to use my stirry stick and get it in there through the silk screen. And then repeat the process on the outside here. I'm still going to blend it because I kind of want it to make it look the same, so I just wet my finger just a tad. And there we go. All right, we'll leave that there. I might have put too much water, but we'll see. Then we'll come in and we'll do, I think we'll change it up for the bottom. I'll do these guys in the cherry blossom. So we did that one. Did that one, and we'll do this guy right here. Hopefully I don't get any part of the stem. I really should have grabbed my multi-tool in hindsight. That would have made this a lot easier. Okay, got that. We'll switch back and we'll do wild berry. And then our little guy right there, make quick work of him. And now, you can peel this back and, ooh, it looks so pretty. We're done with those. So we can let that dry for a sec while I get this cleaned up because I think we are done with wild berry. We can close that up. Where are you, wild berry lid? There's wild berry lid. We're going to close that up. And we're going to get, I always have my pan of water off to the side here. I'm just literally throwing everything into it so that the water could do the work for me and get all that chalk paste off of my tools and out of my transfer. I think I'm done with white, so we can close that one back up. I need it to keep my silver so I could fix my boo-boo. The colors are so pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's dry this up real quick. And it looks so pretty too with the teal color board. Hello, Nicole. Thank you so much. I love the color combination of the cherry blossom and the wild berry. Isn't it pretty together? This one I took a little bit longer to dry because I put it on a little thicker. So I just want to make sure that is good and dry so that now we can get our leaves on there. And that is really warm, so let me let that come back down to room temperature real quick. Alrighty. We'll bring our transfer back in. And I think I'm going to have an easier time. This is still wet. I hope that's not going to, that should be okay. Have an easier time, I think, of matching this to the flowers, so that I can finish off the leaves on here. Okay, I think we're good right there. So I just am concentrating on the leaves. I just want to make sure I'm not feeling any bubbles in my leaf area. And oh, okay. I thought I got crazy with throwing all my squeegees in the water, and I thought I threw my green in there, but I didn't. It's right here. So let's get these guys covered. And it's okay because it's starting to dry now, so I'm not, I mean, you don't want to hit where you already chalked, because it may come through. Well, it probably will come through. I shouldn't say may, it will come through. So you still have to be a little careful, even though the chalk's dried on there where the flowers are. And plus, I'm trying not to contaminate my squeegee with other colors, but I think they're pretty dry now, so I should be okay with that part. Just trying not to get the green where I have the flowers. I think we're good. We're gonna get the excess back in, and now I think I am done with green, so I can close that jar up. There we have those guys. We can remove this. There we go. Matched up perfectly. Now let's put that down in our pan of water. And that's going to need to sit for a minute. We'll dry this off, and then I'm going to have to clean off. I don't even have to put the little dubers in silver there. I kind of like it without it. And I like how it's just on the side here, the flowers. I think that looks pretty. But all that I would need to do if I wanted to add the little dashes besides chalk and put that back in again, same thing I did here, just line up the transfer again and then just put the ink, the silver ink that I was going to use, and then just do that and then you're done. But I like it without it, so I'm going to leave it off. And that's it. Look how cute that is. The flowers are so pretty. I love that little ombre-ish in there just to make it pop a little bit. So pretty. All right, let's bring our... Thank you, Sherry. I love it too. I love the color combinations of the Green Envy. So that was Green Envy, Wild Berry, and Cherry Blossom. So pretty awesome colors. Let's bring in our bucket so that we can clean off the transfers properly. And I can show you guys how to do that. I'm trying to go along with the instructions that I mentioned when we first started. So we definitely peeled and we fuzzed. And then we applied the chalk paste, return all the excess to the jar. We did that. Remove the transfer slowly. Do not pull diagonally to avoid stretching. Check the color coverage. So sometimes when you have larger transfers, if you pull slowly, you can see if there's any little pieces that you may have missed. And then you could just lay the transfer back down real quick and get it, because I'm the queen of missing the tips of my letters. So that's a good tip. And then you can apply the extra paste or ink, whichever project you're doing, if needed. Then you can fully remove. You're going to heat set any designs when you're using our Couture ink. If you're using them to make t-shirts or onesies or mugs, so then you would need to do the final step of drying them and heat setting them, and that would make them permanent. And then clean. We are up to number 4, cleaning our transfers. So you should clean your transfers immediately after use. You don't want to have them sitting in the pan of water for hours. You may run the risk of losing the sticky and never getting it back. So it's best to clean up right when you are done. And as I mentioned earlier, some staining sometimes will happen with our darker pigmented chalks, and that is perfectly fine. And once they are submerged in water, they are no longer sticky. So there's no worries about them touching each other in the pan of water once you have them fully submerged. I'm using one of our accessories, which is our board eraser, which is perfect to get all that chalk paste out of your transfers, out of the silkscreen area. So I do front and back. And then we place sticky side, well, not sticky at the moment, but sticky side up onto our towel. It's the same towel that I use to fuzz my transfers. I have a bunch of old kitchen towels that I just use strictly for chalking. And then once a week, I just throw them all into the washer and dryer. So there we go. We got all of the chalk paste out of that one. There's none really in the back. I'll just do that just to be safe. Get all that off. That goes onto our paper, onto our towel. Again, sticky side up. You can use our board eraser to clean up all of our tools. It's perfect for this. It helps to get it out of all the little nooks and crannies of your squeegee too, which is nice. I always am curious to see what color I'm going to end up with when I have all my color combinations. So this is like a nice light green color that we've come up with tonight. Last night's project was really pretty. The color water was like a very pretty pink color. Okay, we've got one more stirry stick in here. We are done. I think that is everything. And then I just go to my sink and dump my water. No worries about putting it down the drain. Everything's dissolved. It's just colored water, so it will not harm your sink. And so now, the final step. Again, I'm going to grab some paper towels. Now this is, again, I hear different things. It's completely your preference. I tend to, when I use the board eraser for cleaning, I don't really use a disinfectant wipe unless I feel like there's a lot of fuzz that I can't get off of the back of my transfer, or if I use some really dark, hello Rhonda, or if I use some really dark paste. Now, let's do a little test here. So, I have a disinfectant wipe. I use the board eraser to clean this. We know that the chalk paste, because it was darker, is going to stain. So let's just see if using a disinfectant wipe will help get rid of any more of that green. It really doesn't. So honestly, unless you're using your transfer on something that produces a lot of fuzz and gets stuck to the back of your transfer, then I would use a disinfectant wipe. But I feel pretty confident saying that the board eraser is pretty good, does a pretty good job of cleaning. So that's kind of the difference you can see between the wipe and between the disinfectant, between the board eraser. So once that dries, how are you, I'm saying Rhonda and Jackie at the same time. Hello, Rhonda, and hello, Jackie. How are you, ladies? So then I'm just going to go ahead and dry all my little squeegees here, because we can use these again and again and again. I can't wait. I have an order for our cute little Couture stirry sticks, which I'll be using them as soon as I get those. And then, oh, look, see, I missed the side here. Look, I have this old transfer. This old squeegee. So it's good to use your board erasers because it helps to get all that off on the sides. Now that we have our transfers dried, the stickiness is back, right? So they're good and dry. And then I'm going to... I'm so glad you're great, Rhonda. Or Ron Jackie, however I almost pronounced your combination of names. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. So I'm just going to line this up as best I can. I can never get it 100% perfect, but so long as it's on there pretty good, you're good to go. I'm always just a little off. You can take it back up. See how I have a little bump in here? Make sure you get those little bumps out. And then just push it down. You don't want any bubbles in here when you're storing it. That is it. It is nice and dry. It's back on its carrier sheet the correct way because we labeled it. So remember, the helpful little tip is sticky side meets shiny side, not the side that we labeled. And then we just do that again, like so. And now we have our 2 finished transfers completely cleaned and ready to be used again and again. You've seen I've already used the I Just Want to Chalk Pretty Things twice now. So if I can think up some other fun little projects to do with it, I will, and I'll be using it again and again. So here is our cute little sandwich board that I got from Hobby Lobby, I think with last year's stuff. And I'm still using it. I still clean off my board and change it out. I actually used to use this as my demo board because it was tabletop, so it was nice and handy to use. But now I just want to chalk pretty things. This one's for me, and this is going to be in my office here, my little craft space, so that I can chalk all the pretty things, and it will be my reminder. So I thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me tonight. That was a fun little project. And if you are not currently a designer and are interested in being my VIP group where I offer specials, please type VIP below and I would be happy to add you to that. If you would be so kind as to hit the little share button down in the lower left hand corner of your mobile device to help get the Couture love out there, that would be so appreciated. And finally, now is the best time, or one of the best times, if you are interested in making money beautifully with Couture, joining, because we just launched our brand new, drum roll, where are you, here you are, our brand new Spring Summer 2019 collection, and there are some fabulous, I mean fabulous, transfers and projects and so much yumminess going on in this book. I can't even tell you. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. I will put the link to this on my online in the comments below so you guys can check it out. So many amazing, 128 to be exact, brand new transfers in here. And if you're interested in becoming a designer, here is everything that you get in the beginners. This is your business in a box for $99, and it has over $240 worth of product. And if you click on the link to my online store, there's a join button right on there. But if you're not sure and you'd like to hear more, just type join below, and I have a whole Facebook page that is called my opportunity page where I go over everything, the amazing compensation plans, all the minimums, another picture of the awesome kit. So I could be, I would be happy to add you to that as well, to the opportunity page. No, no pressure at all. Read every post at your own leisure, and then make your decision. We would love to have you on our team. So that is it for me tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there, and I will see you tomorrow for another fun project. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Be safe.